It's pickups, bitch! So, hi guys, how's everybody doing? Doing well, I hope. Got a few bits here to show you, pickups and trades and gifts and what have you. We are going to be moving house, so pretty soon I'm going to have to start packing everything up and getting ready to move. The main reason we're moving is because of our neighbours, who are what I like to call cunts. And yeah, they're just a nightmare. They're really noisy, inconsiderate, horrible people. I've been round there 100 times, I've called the police numerous times, just nothing ever happens. So yeah, fuck it, we're moving. Moving to a really nice area actually, guaranteed no scummy neighbours, quite a posh area, so it's going to be costing quite a bit more money, but it's worth it really, I think. It's yeah, like I said, really nice area and a really decent sized house with a nice garden and parking and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's really exciting, but obviously pain in the arse moving. It's a pain for anyone moving, but as you know, if you're a collector and you've got quite a relatively large collection like I have, it's not fun moving, because this main cabinet is the main cabinet that you see really, but it's probably only like a third of the collection, or so, to be honest. A lot of it's in the loft room and in storage, like in cupboards and all sorts everywhere. So I'm having another cull. I'm culling all my PS1 and PS2 bar a select handful. I did have a cull a while back. I had well over 400 PS2 games and probably 300 something PS1. Had a cull, and now having another cull of quite a few games. I think about 70 PS1 games and well over 100 PS2 games now are going. So that would take up a lot less space in the new place, because I will have a games room there. It's 3-bed as well, but I won't necessarily have the extra storage space as well for the overflow, so kind of getting rid of a lot of that stuff. So yeah, having a little cull on that, which is bringing some money in, which is nice. It's expensive moving, as everyone knows, I'm sure. Deposits and paying the movers and all that shit. And yeah, what else has been happening? I think I'm going to get rid of all my original Xbox stuff, because the only Xbox stuff I have is exclusive, but if I'm honest, I won't be playing them. So I'm thinking I might, because I've got the JTAG Xbox 360, I might copy a select few of the games that I really like onto that, and then sell them all on. And yeah, just any bits and bobs that I don't think I'm going to be using, I will move on. I'm trying to streamline the collection and get rid of all the filler. I had a clean out of all the what was it, Super Nintendo and Super Famicom games, like all the sports games, just any crap that I don't think I'm ever going to play. They're all going. Just trying to make the collection all killer and no filler, really, which is going well. I mean, apart from my Dreamcast collection, because I'm going full set, there's inevitably filler in that, so that's staying. But other than that, it's going well. It feels good to get rid of stuff, to be honest. I see old Raz is having a clear out and enjoying it, and it does feel good to have a clear out every now and again. I think it's healthy for a collection to periodically look at it, take a step back and look at it and think, you know, how much stuff here is never going to get used, how much stuff here is crap. Because I've been collecting for about 6 years probably. I've always sort of collected games on a very small scale, but then when a new system came out, I'd sell it on and what have you to get the new system. But the last 6 years proper collecting, I kind of went mad and I'd buy everything in sight, and it was like, oh, you know, have a huge collection, and had well over 2,000 games, and a lot of it's crap, like especially PS2. There's so much shit on that system. and you end up with stacks and stacks of games, and what's the point? I'd rather have a collection that is quality over quantity, and it's always the collection. I think getting on YouTube has really helped me, because there's certain collectors on YouTube, and I won't mention any names, but they have really good collections, but they're not very big. They're maybe relatively small, but they're all really top quality, and I always admire those collections more, I think, than the collections that are just simply huge. Now, not knocking people who have huge collections, because there's a couple of people who have really huge collections and just collect anything, and I really enjoy their channels, but those people, I think, have a lot of space, and that's the issue with me. The missus is kind enough to kind of let me have a room in the house, and I think anything more than that is pushing it, really. But some people have like a building outside the house, or they have their own house and a single or whatever, and fair play, if you're in a position to do it, by all means collect all sorts, but I'm not in that position, obviously, so yeah, you know, inevitably you have to cut stuff down. Anyway, I'll stop waffling on, because I'm sure everybody's fallen asleep by now. And we'll get to what I've picked up over the last month or so. So we've got gifts and trades and what have you, and oh, I'm just going to grab something from here. Just grabbing my notes from the gifts and the trades, because I did record this video once already on Wednesday, but the audio messed up on the camera due to this mic again. So I'm recording without the mic today. I think I'm going to have to do something like switch to USB mic or something, because it's just really more trouble than it's worth. So first one was a purchase from a YouTuber. Now, I'm sure if you saw this guy's video, you see that he got a massive Mega Drive bundle, an absolute steal. A lot of Japanese stuff in there, a lot of really rare shooters in there, and it was a local game shop to him. A guy came in wanting to sell all this Mega Drive stuff, and the shop weren't interested, so they gave RichKing, and he got it for an absolute steal. He was kind enough to sell this to me for a very, very good price. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it is Ghouls and Ghosts on the Mega Drive, and that's from RichKingRetro. What is it? Daimakimura. But yeah, wicked artwork on there. It's got no manual, sadly, but not bothered at all. For the price, it's fantastic, and I'm just really happy to be able to play it. I don't know if I've played the Mega Drive version very much. I've played Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is like balls hard, and I played the Super Graphics version, which is great actually. But yeah, I hear that from aficionados that the Mega Drive version of Ghouls and Ghosts is quite a faithful arcade conversion. So cheers Rich for that, much appreciated as always. Next one is a trade slash purchase, as in he purchased from me, with Scott on the Galaxy Sega page. By the way, I'll leave a link to Rich's channel obviously in the description, and I'll leave a link to the Galaxy Sega Facebook page. Now if you're a Sega fan and you're not a member of the Galaxy Sega page, go and like it. It's fantastic, really great community. Now there's a lot of these pages, sort of fan pages slash buying and selling trading pages on Facebook, but a lot of them are full of not very nice people. Not wanting to mention any names or any pages, but I guess once pages get really big, it's inevitable that you're going to get some assholes on there. But this page is fantastic. Everyone's really nice. Everyone's into Sega, and everyone seems to be really trustworthy, which is nice. Anyway, this guy Scott on the page is one of the admins of the page, and he wanted that Last Hope off me for the Dreamcast that I had a double of from the last pickups, or from the last Dreamcast episode. So he gave me some cash And did I give him something else? I think I must have given him something else, like something Mega Drive or something. But anyway, he gave me some cash and he gave me Last Bronx for the Sega Saturn Japanese. Now, I had this PAL, but I had the little PAL Cull recently. And this is one of the few games that I wanted back, Japanese. This is cheap, it was like £5. So it's like a fighting game there. Really nice double case. It's all in there, really mint inside. It's got the special disc and the game disc. But yeah, it's like really mint. The manual's crisp. There's a little crack on the front there, but not too bothered about that. Just happy to have the game back in the collection. And the highlight was this game. I've been looking at this for ages, never played it, so really keen to play it. Like I said before, I never really got into shooters on the Mega Drive back in the day, so kind of discovering a lot of them now. So that's Airbuster for the Genesis, which is Aero Blasters elsewhere. You can see on the manual that the artwork on the manual is very similar to the Airbusters front cover, whereas the actual cover is very different. So yeah, really happy with that. Cheers for that again, Scott. Right, this one was just a quick purchase. I bought a Mega Drive 2 for someone who needed one, and they only needed the console, so I kept the pad. So I got another Mega Drive official pad there. You can never have too many of those. It's a really nice condition, no fraying to the cable or anything. This was a trade for, I think, a Mega Drive game, possibly one of the Mega Drive games left over from that bundle from Chris that was doubles, Chris Shanked. But yeah, a guy on one of the Sega pages. It was just basically trading a cheap game for a cheap game, but it's Fatal Fury on the Mega Drive, which I don't have. No manual, sadly, but yeah, nice condition otherwise, so happy to get that in the collection there. Right, now we're going to a gift slash trade with a tuber. So I'll read the note first. Now, just before I read it, a bit of backstory. Like, this guy, everybody knows this guy, and I've been chatting to him for quite a while. We've always sort of tried to do a trade, but it's never worked out. Like, he's not after anything I've got, or vice versa, and finally we had something that each other wanted. So here's the note. We have popped our cherry, Pete. I hope you enjoyed the game. Maybe buy it Power Region for silly money, lol. Speak soon. Retro Chef, and a little Retro Chef logo there, which was on the envelope actually as well. So anyway, the game, I sent Lee a couple of cheap Mega Drive games, and he has sent me Galaxy Fight on the Sega Saturn Japanese. This looks awesome, never played this, I'm really keen to play this. It's like a 2D fighter. Really nice looking, really cool backgrounds, like that one there was like a space background. Looks awesome. But yeah, the day after we did this trade, I saw Dave Price, Infected Flinch, did a video on this, reviewing it on the Neo Geo CD. It does look great, I'm really keen to play it. So cheers for that, Lee. And Lee very kindly chucked in a free gift, and that is some PlayStation disc wipes. Brand new, sealed there. So that's a cool little novelty thing. So cheers for that, Lee. I will leave a link to Lee's channel, of course, in the description. Right, next one is straight up gift from a tuber. Now this is totally out of the blue. This guy messaged me on Facebook saying, I've got this so-and-so game, would you like it? Now, games for this particular console, for me, don't come around very often, especially not box complete, so I said yeah, absolutely, thank you very much. Anyway, when the package turned up, it was actually 3 gifts, so really chuffed with this. So I'll read the note. Easy Pete, it's only a little something, hope you are all jiggy. Loving the Dreamer t-shirt, dude, looks badass. All the best, Luke, aka Base Invader. So if you haven't seen Base Invader's channel, please go and check it out. it'll be in the description. This guy's a really great guy. He's got a great channel. He's got some serious fucking kit going on. He's just done a video recently on the XRGB Mini, the Frame Meister, like Scott Sega Saturn lad has as well, actually. So I'm very jealous of those two guys because I'd love one of those. But yeah, this Bass Invader guy, Luke, he is also a massive drum and bass fan like me. So yeah, we've got a lot in common, retro games and drum and bass, and he does do some videos of some of the old bangers that I used to mix. I haven't mixed for a few years, but I still have hundreds of records in the storage. I'm a big fan of drum and bass, and just love mixing it. It's just so much fun. So yeah, great guy. Anyway, I'll get round to the trade. So this is the gift, sorry. So this is the game that he messaged me about, and it's Days of Thunder on the NES. It is pretty good condition for the age, very nice, complete inside, manual, even the sleeve on the cart, and polystyrene and everything's in there. So yeah, thank you so much, Luke. I was really chuffed with that. And then even better, when the package came, there was a couple of extra little bonuses in there. So we got cart only roller games for the NES. Never played that, but on the case, on the label, it kind of reminds me of, what's that film? Is it Rollerball, that film? Yeah, it looks interesting. And sent me a VMU for the Dreamcast, which is awesome. Never have enough of these. So thanks again, Luke. Like I said, everybody go and check out his channel in the description, please. Okay, this was straight up purchase from eBay. Now, there's certain Game Boy games that I had as a kid that I've been meaning to pick up for ages, in nice condition. Doesn't have to be perfect, but basically as long as it looks nice from the front for display purposes, I'm happy. Now, I do have this game cart only, but I just wanted a really nice box. Just looking at this reminds me of being a kid. It's fantastic. And that is Super Mario Land. Now, as you can see from the front there, it's very nice condition. It does have a very slight crease, if you can see that on the top. But otherwise, it's actually, you know, for me, it's near mint. It's fucking nice. I'm really happy with it, and it was very cheap. The reason I haven't bought it for years is because I always look at them and they always go for a couple of quid more, and I can't remember what this was, but it was not much more than 10 quid. But yeah, for that condition, I'm very happy with that, and I can sell the car only copy I've got and make a few quid back on that. So yeah, really chuffed with that. That's going to look great. I'll pop that in a Sentinel case. I think I've run out of Game Boy Sentinel cases, so I need to order a few of those. Next one is a raffle prize from one of the Sega pages. Now, won the raffle. It's a Mega Drive bundle. Really chuffed. There's 12 games there, and some of the games are fantastic. So I ended up getting all this for next to nothing. Right, so these first 5 games I have, and they're already sold because last night I did a deal with a collector I know who's buying up a load of the stuff that I'm selling off. Excuse me, like some PS1 stuff and SNES stuff and Mega Drive stuff. So yeah, these are all sold. But some really nice stuff here. So firstly we got Earthworm Jim, and that is complete with a really nice condition manual. Really good nick there. But I have this already really nice condition, so that's awesome. Next one is Alex Kidd, and actually this is my copy because the copy that I received in the bundle was very slightly better condition than mine, so that's gone into the collection. But they're both without manuals, sadly, so never mind. I think most of them without manuals, this raffle bundle. We've got another one that I have, Mortal Kombat 3 on the Mega Drive, no manual. But yeah, you know, some of these games are doubles, but they're worth a few quid, so definitely did really well out of it. Next one is Super Smash TV. Pretty good nick, not bad, few creases in the manual. About the same, or maybe the copy I had was slightly better. And then this one was another upgrade, because that's gone into my collection, and this is my old copy, but they're both without manuals. But it's Rocket Knight Adventures. A little bit of wear on this one, but decent game anyway, worth a few quid anyway. It's a really fantastic game, quite sought after. So yeah, on to the 7 that I didn't have, which I'm really happy some of these to have in the collection. So what have we got? Right, so we've got no manual. Batman game's pretty good sometimes. Some of the Batman games on the Amiga are fantastic. Graphics look fairly decent for Mega Drive actually. I'm not sure if I ever played back in the day. I played one of the Batmans, maybe it was Batman Returns, I'm not too sure. This one never played. It looks like a sort of cutesy little platformer. It says 1 or 2 players, interestingly, but it's Radical Rex. Some kind of little dinosaur on a skateboard there, which is interesting. But yeah, it looks like a platformer of some sort. This one's awesome. Been after this one for ages. Or one particular game on here for ages, and that is the Classic Collection. And it's got Gunstar Heroes on, and I don't have a copy of Gunstar Heroes, which is fantastic, but I do have Altered Beast, Alex Kidd, and I don't have Flicky, but I know Flicky is quite a sought after expensive game, but I think it's terrible. It kind of reminds me of like Chucky Egg or those kind of games on the BBC Micro, which is all well and good on the BBC Micro, but I just don't see it working on the Mega Drive personally. You know, each to their own. But yeah, happy to have that just for Gunstar Heroes, to be honest. So that is fantastic. Again, no manual. Great looking little platformer here is Hook. Never really played this much, but yeah, I'll give it a go. Nice little sprite of Peter Pan there. It looks pretty good. Who made this? So it's Sony, so I don't know. We'll see. Right, next 2 games is next 2 games are a fantastic series. Really happy to have these in the collection. Excuse me. So we've got Wonder Boy 3 Monster Layer. Sadly no manual, but like I said, happy to have these in the collection to play. Love Wonder Boy, really big fan. Especially Wonder Boy 3 Dragon's Trap on the Master System and Game Gear. But yeah, awesome. Wonder Boy 3, and then you probably know what's coming next is Wonder Boy Monster World. Awesome game. Really happy to have this. Wanted this in the collection for a very long time, so couldn't be happier that it came in a raffle bundle for next to nothing. So yeah, that is fantastic. Now, last game that I needed out the bundle, and it's the only one with a manual, although the manual is in a bit of a state. But who cares? I'm really happy to get it just to play the game. Splatterhouse 2. Really chuffed to get this. Whenever I see the Splatterhouse games come up for sale or for trade on the groups, they're always a bit more than I want to spend. So yeah, really chuffed to get this. The manual's a little bit ripped and stuff, but it's a manual, you know, who cares? At least it's there. And outside it's pretty good nick. It's really nice outside, and the cart's nice. So yeah, happy to have that in the collection. That is fantastic. So that's it for that raffle bundle. I'm going to show you the best thing last. We're really chuffed to get this last thing. Really good. Really chuffed to get this next couple of bits actually. This was a purchase from a YouTuber who sent me some absolutely insane gifts. Probably the most mental gifts I've ever received. Very funny. So I bought 2 games off Tim, Badfucup UK. Tim is a fucking top bloke, really nice guy. always willing to help me out with stuff, always gives me a heads up when there's stuff around that he knows I'm after. And yeah, met Tim in Blackpool, obviously, really good hanging out with him. Now, first one is one that I Steve Bailey was selling, and I just missed out on it by a couple of minutes, and Tim said, oh, I've got a sealed copy that you're welcome to have. And yeah, he did me a fucking great price on it, actually. He sold it to me for basically what it would go unsealed, and to be honest, you know, I used to really like sealed stuff, but now I got rid of all my sealed stuff, so it's debatable whether I'll open this to play. I'll probably end up opening this to play, but yeah, it's mint, obviously, but it's Street Fighter 2 Dash, is it? Yeah, Street Fighter 2 Dash Champion Edition. Obviously got the spine card and all that jazz still because it's sealed, but it's like really minty, as all of Tim's stuff is minty fresh, and I'm really happy to have that. I got the old couple of 6-button pads for the PC Engine, so I'll have to get a mate round and have a bash on this, because I've been really keen to play this version. It looks fantastic, and I hear that it's really good fun to play, this PC Engine version, and yeah, it just looks great. It looks fantastic. I'm really happy to have that. Cheers, Tim, for that. That's spot on. And then we got a game that Russ Newton recently picked up, that I've been after for ages, but again, it's just waiting for it to come up at the right price. And Tim did me a fantastic deal on these two. And that's Dodonpachi for the Sega Saturn. It's the white label version. Really happy to have this to play. It's an Atlas game, obviously. I'm sure everyone's familiar with Dodonpachi, but it looks so fun. It's right up my street. I love the vertical shooters, the kind of 2D vertical shooters, and the Saturn does those really well. If there's one thing the Saturn does well, it's 2D fighters and shooters. And yeah, like I said, vertical shooters right up my street. I'm going to be definitely getting my money's worth out of this game, so really chuffed with that. Cheers, Tim. So in the box with the games came some insane gifts. Now here we go. So the most same gift was a joystick there, and it's what does it say? Spectra Video. I'm not sure what the origin of this joystick is, but it's got the Amiga, Atari, Mega Drive plug on it, so presumably it works just the same as like the old Quickshot joysticks. Then Tim sent me this gift. Obviously a bad influence he is. A couple of shot glasses and a couple of little bottles of Jaeger. So that's great. Cheers, Tim. Not drunk yet, obviously, as you can see. Now the next gift was a bow tie. Awesome, cheers. I should really put this on, Tim, shouldn't I? So yeah, cheers for that, Tim. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the gifts, and thanks for the great price on the two games there. Fantastic. So last but not least, we have a purchase from Steve Bailey. Now this is a game that I have been after for ages. It's a collection. It's got 2 games in, both of which are on the arcade cabinet, but I wanted this version of it for a good long while, and I wanted it in really nice condition and for a good price. So not easy to find with all those parameters in mind. Now it's not mint, but it's as near to mint as I'm gonna get without paying silly money, and it's mint enough for me. It's fucking good. So without further ado, I will show you that it is Dungeons and Dragons collection on the Sega Saturn. Now this is lovely. I'll show you. It's it's pretty nice all round, front and back, absolutely minty. Look at that, it looks fantastic. There's a couple of tiny little scuffs on the front there, if you can, on the top rather, if you can see, but you know, like scuffs on the corners and what have you, you're going to get through use. So I'll just carefully open it up. So inside is mint, absolutely mint. So we got the 4 meg RAM cartridge, still in its baggy, really nice condition there, and the game looks like it's completely untouched. All the discs and everything really nice. So we've got on disc 2 is Shadow over Mystara, and then on the other side we've got Tower of Doom, and then we've got a minty manual there. So absolutely over the moon, finally got that in the collection. I'm sure a lot of people who watch the channel know, who know me, know that I've been after that for ages. It's very nice condition. Just pop that back in there. So yeah, really chuffed to have that in the collection. I love my big box Saturn games with the RAM packed in. So yeah, I've got a few of those now, but that's going to take pride of place in the Saturn collection there. So I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone's all good, like I said, and yeah, starting to think about Play Expo and getting excited for that. So hopefully I'll see a lot of people there. Some people who I met in Blackpool, and obviously some people who I've never met. If you see me there and you watch the channel or whatever, by all means come and say hello and have a drink, or we'll play some games. And yeah, thanks to new subs. I haven't said that for quite a while. We've got a few new subs in recently, so that's always appreciated, and it's really appreciated people who leave comments and get involved, because at the end of the day, that's why I'm on YouTube, to share my interest with you guys and to have a chat. So if you're someone who watches the channel but doesn't comment for whatever reason, like you're nervous, or you know, you don't think I'll be up for interacting or whatever, if you're on the fence, by all means leave a comment, because I'll always reply to all comments, and I want to hear your guys' opinion. I want to hear what you think. You know, that's something I'm really interested in doing. And anyone whose comments I haven't replied to, like Dan Central, I missed a few of yours the other day, mate. Sorry for that. It's just YouTube's notification system is fucked up at the moment, so I'm not getting a lot of notifications on my channel, so I kind of miss things sometimes for a few weeks. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.